was just like, what are we doing in this film? What are we doing, folks? Because this, what's going on? Welcome back, and it's time to react. Alright, so today I'm going to be reviewing the movie Halloween Kills, which is currently streaming only on the Peacock app Premium, and it is currently in theaters. So, I had the opportunity to see this movie. A little bit about me, I am a Halloween fan, as in I love to see Michael Myers go around and do what he does best. What is that? Slash, gash, and kill. Alright, I love these movies. I've loved them since I was a kid. Michael Myers is the only slasher to give me nightmares. As a matter of fact, Michael Myers is the only reason that I, as a 29-year-old man, still check my car back seat before I get in the car at nighttime. He's the only one that has made me do it. Alright, so with all that said, you know how I feel about Michael Myers at this point, a little bit at least, okay? So I really like the Michael Myers films. I really like the Halloween series. Some of them are really good, some of them not so good, and then some of them are just why. I liked the 2018 one. I really enjoyed that one. This, I'm going to try to do some of this without spoilers, and then I'm going to get to the spoiler part, alright? But just keep in mind, I am not a movie critic professionally. This is just one guy who likes movies who is giving you his review. Alright, so let's get into it. So, what I did like about it, I thought the score was decent. I thought the acting was pretty good for the most part. I thought the cinematography was done very well. It looked very clean. There are parts of it that kind of goes back in time to show you what happened, and those scenes look good. It looks like the actual scenes from like the 1978 movie. Like, it actually looks good. So I like what they do there. I like the viciousness of Michael. Oh man, he's vicious. He's vicious. He's brutal. This is the type of Michael I want to see on screen. They show how strong he is. They show how powerful he is. I like the fact that you have this question constantly lingering in your mind, like, okay, is he human? Is he not human? What's going on? How's he able to do that? How's he able to move that way? Or, you know, whatever be the case, right? So I like the cinematography. I think the acting was decent. I think the acting was good for the most part. I like the score. I like the music. They brought back some of that old school dun 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 dun. You know, they brought back some of that from like from the first one, and then kind of put like, you know, like some new flavors in there too as well. So, you know, I'm sure there's more stuff that I like, but my head is just filled with all the stuff that I did not like about this film. So you gotta excuse me, okay? So here's what I didn't like, and then I'm gonna slide right into spoiler territory, okay? What I did not like was the constant stupidity.
You stupid.
The constant stupidity of the characters in this movie. Over 50%, and this is not a spoiler, this is just telling you, over 50% of the kills, in my mind, in this movie, are due to horribly stupid decisions that just make no absolute sense. Nobody in their right mind would do this. I was just like, what? Constantly. Like, the first stupid action I remember sitting here, and I literally had this look on my face.
You stupid.
And in my head, I'm thinking, what? Who would do that? So yeah, just constant stupid decisions. And that's really what I didn't like, because it's the constant stupidity, and the editing wasn't the greatest in my opinion. This movie felt like a very long trailer, a very long movie trailer. That's what this movie felt like. The way it was edited, the way they put things together, the way it flowed. I don't know, it wasn't smooth to me. It was, I don't know, man. There was just like, I don't know, it wasn't smooth. It wasn't smooth. There was a lot of internal inconsistencies and incoherence that, to me, just like didn't make sense. Like, the continuity of the film just like didn't make sense to me. Now, I am about to get into spoiler territory. So, but before I do, I'll give it this rating. I would say if you have the ability to stream this at home, stream it at home. Do not pay any money for it. I think the premium Peacock streaming service is like $10. That's all this is worth. This is worth $10. Okay, so I'm giving my rating, my non-spoiler rating. You're gonna get my spoiler rating. All right, so my non-spoiler rating. Watch this at home. Don't go to the movie theater. This is a matinee. Okay, this is a matinee film. Okay. All right. That being said, let's move on to spoiler territory. All right. So, oh my God, this was just. Listen, man. So there were constant stupid decisions after constant stupid decisions made from the beginning of this film to the end of this film. So at the very beginning, go back in time to 1978. Here's the problem. So I noticed dumb things. The sheriff is running after Michael Myers. They're in an alley. All right. He's like 50, 60 yards from Michael Myers. And he goes, Michael, stop. Michael Myers turns around and then was like, forget you, and keeps walking. Now, as he keeps walking, the sheriff shoots. And the bullet goes like right behind Michael's head. Like it just goes right past him. I'm thinking, that was a pretty good shot. Him and his partner, they go follow where Mike went into this house. They're looking around in this house. They do something that I don't understand why people do this. They split up. You're in a dark house at nighttime. Why are you splitting up? You know there's a darn serial killer in this house with you. I'm gonna be with my partner through that entire search. I ain't moving. You ain't getting me by myself? No. All right. So anyway, his partner's upstairs and his partner's getting attacked by Michael Myers. All right. He comes up, hey, are you okay? You hear you? What do you mean, are you okay? You hear this? You know what it sounds like for somebody to be strangled. He's being strangled with a rope. So he gets up there. Michael Myers is holding the guy. Michael Myers is holding the officer. He's got the rope around his neck. He's like, Michael, let him go. Now, remember what I just told you? He was like 50, 60 yards away from Michael Myers. And he made that shot and it went like right behind his head. Like he barely missed. You got Michael Myers maybe 10, 15 feet in front of you at this point, okay? 10, 15 feet in front of you. Now, I know, Michael Myers is kind of behind him or whatever, but you telling me you can almost shoot this man, like you within inches of shooting this man when you were like 60 yards away. But now you 15 feet away and you entirely miss and you shoot your boy in the neck? What? Then your boy fall down, and then Michael Myers is like, yeah, I'm good. He walks down the steps. You fire off like 3 shots, and Michael Myers is like 6 feet away from you, and you miss? What? What happened? Okay, all right. So that's not so bad, right? All right, so let's move on. All right. You get to this part where now it's revealed that Michael Myers is back in town. It's reported on TV. It's at this bar that a bunch of people from the town are in, okay? So then you got this wife and husband, they go out to their car. Now, they know Michael Myers is on the loose, all right? Or they at least know a serial killer is on the loose, okay? Because they're talking about it in the bar. The husband and wife go outside to their car. They're dressed in their costumes, okay? He's a doctor, she's a nurse. He says, oh, hey, I forgot my stethoscope in the bar. Gives her the keys and is like, can you go? He's like, hey, can you go start the car? What type of beta male move is that? Beta. What are we talking about? Why would you say, there's a freaking serial killer on the loose and you give your wife the keys to go start the car in the middle of the night by herself in an empty parking lot? What? Beta. What are we doing? Now listen, I ain't the bravest dude in the world. I ain't gonna front and make it seem like, I just march into, crazy situations, like, I have no fear. Nope, that ain't me. All right. But here's what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna send my wife at nighttime to the car by herself to start it, knowing I don't do that anyway. I always start the car, but I would never be in that situation. That right there let me know all I needed to know about him. I said, he's not going to make it through the rest of this movie. I already knew. Right then and there. When I saw him, I said, he's beta male. He's not going to make it through this movie. Stupid decisions that lead to deaths. People out in this SUV and they're looking for Michael Myers, all right? Now, come to find out, you got one person in the front passenger seat, two people in the back. All 3 of them are armed with guns. Michael Myers jumps onto the car. Okay, you guys kind of seen this scene in the trailer if you've seen the trailer. Michael Myers jumps on top of the car. He's kind of like playing with them or whatever. You know, he's got like this bloody mask on the windshield. You know, the lady shoots that. Okay, mind you, remember what I told you Michael Myers is? He's on top of the car. She saw him get on top of the car. Then he kind of like slams his hand on the passenger window. She shoots the window, breaking the glass, which causes him to snatch her up by her hair. He's on top of the car. Shoot on top of the car. What are we doing, folks? This made no sense. You know where Mike is. And then screaming, shoot on top of the car. What are we doing, folks? If Michael is on top of your car, you don't shoot the windows. You shoot the top of the darn car. The couple from the bar are in the car, all right? These two and another character, they're in the car, okay? The wife somehow is out of like the passenger window. I think she broke it and she gets out. She falls out. That's where you see her. You see her fall out of the car. Now, while she fell out of the car, now you got the lady, she's wasted all her bullets shooting around the windows, and her husband and this lady are in the car, and Michael Myers gets off top of the car. And so she's like, she's gonna shoot Mike. She ran out of bullets, so he stabs her. So dude with the gun is just letting Mike stab her up. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't doing nothing about it. Like, I don't know, I guess he was terrified. Now here's the thing. Where's old girl that fell out of the car? Where is she at? Where is she at? Because I'm showing up thinking like, you just letting them get stabbed up. Where you at? So the dude takes his stethoscope and wraps it around Mike's neck and tries to choke out Mike. And Mike turned toward the dude and just like, man, if you don't get out of here, and stabbed him in the eye. That's your fault. You're done. And then right after that, then you see the wife of the guy who just got stabbed in the eye. She runs out of nowhere trying to shoot Mike. Where were you at? Where were you at? Don't come from a block away now trying to be tough. Where were you at? You got a whole working gun. All three of y'all had guns. Where were you at? Oh my God. Then Michael Myers kicks the door, and the door hits her hands, which has the gun. She ends up shooting herself in the head. What? I was just like, what are we doing in this film? What are we doing, folks? Because listen, this was foolery. Tomfoolery, okay? Like Laurie's granddaughter, her boyfriend's dad show up to Michael Myers' house because they believe that he's there, okay? Come to find out, Laurie's granddaughter and her boyfriend are sitting in the car. They hear a gunshot go off. So they assume, hey, like, we need to get in there. So they're scared. The granddaughter's got a shotgun. The boyfriend's got a handgun. They go in there, okay? Now, you know Mike's in there, or you can at least strongly assume that Mike's in here because a shot has went off, okay? Now, they go in there and they're looking through the house. You start hearing a record play in the house. Like, literally, like an actual, like, record. And I'm thinking, okay, the only person upstairs is Mike. I want to see that scene where Michael Myers is going through the vinyl records.
Which one of these should I choose? Oh, this one right here.
What? They go upstairs and she sees a same-sex couple, two men, and they're dead. Michael Myers killed them earlier in the movie. She's like, oh my God, oh. And she puts her gun down and she's just like, she's just like there holding them, pulling the knife out. Michael Myers don't discriminate. So I'm trying to figure out, if you know Mike is in this darn house, why are you soaping and sobbing over two dead bodies? Why? Keep your guard up. Keep your guard up. So now the boyfriend splits off from his girlfriend and goes into the dark hallway for some reason. And kaboom, Michael Myers comes out of this closet in the hallway. He's coming towards the guy. The guy tries to shoot. No, she looks over. Oh, she calls his name out. And then she's like moving slowly. She puts a knife in her pocket and grabs the gun. Then she takes the shotgun. It's a shotgun, y'all. Michael Myers has stabbed her boyfriend like twice, and Michael Myers has her boyfriend up against the wall. She comes up and tries to shoot Mike like point blank. What are you doing? Why? You're on the side of Mike. Why would you try to shoot? Why do you need to come that close? I don't get it. And you know what happened as a result? He grabs the barrel of the gun and just throws the gun down. And then they get into it. He's fighting her. Her mom shows up at the end after he threw her dumb self down the stairs. And her boyfriend dies. She nearly dies. And at this point, I didn't even care whether or not she lived or died. I genuinely did not. Because I'm like, you've made enough stupid decisions just in this small amount of time on the screen. I don't even care to see you no more. So, yeah, man, it was just, they take off Michael Myers' mask. You don't really you see enough of his face, but not really. Like, his face, like, it looks all beat in, and like, from what you can see, you don't see a whole lot, but you see enough. And very long story short, the town pull up on Mike, and they roll up on him, and somebody unloaded the whole clip into him. Somebody, and then the whole town was beating him, led by Tommy or whatever. Laurie's daughter stabs him in the back of his neck, in the back of his neck. And then this whole montage comes on with Laurie where she's like, a mortal man couldn't have survived what Michael has survived. The more he kills, the more he transcends. Brute force alone won't kill him. Now here's my problem. Don't you think that would have been a nice bit of information? So, what ends up happening is that you think Mike's dead, and Laurie's daughter goes back over to her granddaughter, they're holding each other or whatever. Just as the sheriff is about to blow his head off, Mike takes the knife out of his neck, turns around and slashes the officer, and just commences to slashing and gashing of everybody. Why are y'all going in one at a time? So he kills everybody over there. Everybody. And then Laurie's daughter goes up to the room where, he killed his sister at. And it ends with like her standing in the spot where like he stood looking out that window. And then like Michael Myers like appeared behind her and just started slashing her up. Now, I looked this up. David Gordon Green said that Michael Myers is not supernatural.
The suggestion that he's more than a man is a theory that Laurie has. In my own personal concept of Michael that will carry forward as long as I'm involved is that he's capable of spectacular things, but not impossible. So I don't personally see him as supernatural, but I see the element of fear that he's created and generated and is exacerbating has transcended the immediate character and moved on to an entire community.
So, how did he teleport? Because there are officers and everybody outside of this house. Did he just teleport from 3 blocks away to right behind Laurie's daughter? And then just commits to slashing her up?